My name is Jim Thomas, and welcome to the Fitness Management Update. Our topic today is the process for the gym sales manager. Now, number one is you want to remember that this is solutions-based selling. One of the biggest mistakes that sales managers and sales teams will get into is they'll make it about feature, they make it about price. What your customer is looking for, they're looking for a solution to their problem. Make sure you're selling solutions. Next is you want to save members. I mean, retention, attrition. This is all a big part of having a successful gym. And when people come in to cancel, talk to them. This is a chance to resell that person. And what do you resell them on? You resell them on solutions. Those solutions are no less important now than they were then. We just need to bring them back up to their awareness. Number three on our list, that process for a gym sales manager is lead management. You want to make sure there's a plan in place, for daily collection of leads. How many leads are they required? Your staff required to acquire every day. How many outbound calls? How many appointments? Usage of your CRM. I know some folks out there are using a tickler file. Make sure there's an organizational system in place to manage these leads and to call these leads back. I know there's a lot of folks that they're working off sticky notes, and that's not going to work for you. The tickler file will still work. CRM's even better, but make sure there's a proper lead management system in place. Make sure there's a plan of action. Setting goals and having a plan to reach those goals. But what is that plan? Not only what is that plan for you as the manager, what is that plan for each of your staff? Make sure they write their own plan of action. I would take it as far as to having your weekend manager, write a plan of action for that weekend. Write this down. Get a plan in place. If we don't have a plan, too often we don't have that sense of being in control, and many times we can become a victim of circumstance if we're not careful. We don't know what those next steps are going to be. Sales tools. Make sure you're providing sales tools, for all your staff, teaching them, the proper process on how to do this, the proper fundamentals, teach them this every single day. At some level, some kind of training on the sales tools is happening. Make sure you've got guest registers and you've got needs analysis, and you've got referral sheets, and you've got printed, price presentations. Make sure all your tools, make sure your toolbox is full to make sure that you can successfully gain that membership sale. Prospecting. We can be the greatest salesperson ever, and as long as that chair stays empty, it's not going to do us any good. And we want to make sure we're attracting attention to ourselves. We're taking massive action in terms of prospecting to make sure we are acquiring a number of leads every day that we're going to need, to create success. I'll give you an example. Point of sale referrals. We like to see you get 3. Floor referrals, referrals from your members that are working out. We'd like to see you get 3 a day. And one of the numbers that we know, if for every 5 referrals that you get, doing it properly, you'll get a sale. And there's many metrics like that and key performance indicators like that you can look at that can help define this success for you. But make sure prospecting is being done. And this is not a sometime thing. This is an all the time thing. Member service. You don't want that disconnect. You get that member signed up. You want them to become an advocate for you, an advocate for your gym. Give them what's been defined over the years as super service. It's not, well, you've joined, off you go, and you're on your own. Take care of these folks. Stay in touch with them. Have a new member nurturing process in place to make sure they're integrated into your facility as soon as possible. Structure. Make sure you're properly staffed. When I talk about structure, I'm talking about, do you have enough salespeople? Is your front desk covered? Do you have trainers? Is your workout floor covered? Are your members getting what they need? Is the proper structure in place? And then finally, goal setting. You as a manager must have goals. Your staff must have goals. And here's what we know as a fact. The people that do the best job of accomplishing their goals and reaching those goals, they'll write those goals down twice a day. They'll write them down first thing in the morning, and they'll write them down again at night before they go to bed. And then many times, if they have a deal that falls through that was particularly important to them, they'll write down those goals again. They want those goals to stay at the forefront. And what I would suggest to you, who do you think's got a better chance of reaching their goals? That person that writes them down at New Year's, at the first of the year, and that's the only time they write them down, or the person that writes them down twice a day, every day. Process for gym sales managers. My name is Jim Thomas, and this has been the Fitness Management Update.